Why are you not going to more tattoo conventions? If you're serious about the art and you're serious about making relationships with other tattoo artists and clients, then you need to go. If you want to know about what happens behind the scenes, the challenges, what makes them successful. Today we've got Legion from Orlando, who's not only a tattoo shop owner, but also a convention runner. Here today on the Ink Different Tattoos podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ink Different podcast. This is
Paul-Anthony Surdi.
Gabe Jaksich.
And I am Chico, and we're here with Legion. Legion, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Legion Avegno. I own Fallen Sparrow Tattoos out in Kissimmee, Florida. As a new venture, as of like past maybe 3 years now, I've been involved in the Orlando Tattoo Show. So that's taken a huge part of my time, I would say. But it's good stuff, man. I love it.
Wow. And so how did you get into doing conventions and the tattoo show, and what pulled you into there?
A while back, I picked up one of these artists. His name is Andres Jaramillo. Great fucking tattooer. He owns a shop out in Cali, Colombia. It's called Inked. And him with this dude named Juan and this other dude named Martin, they would do the Cali Tattoo Festival out there. And they wanted to bring something out here. They just didn't have the person in the area to help them kind of make decisions, I guess, in the area and all that. At first, it was more like you start the company, you get us ready or whatever, we'll just give you a percentage, you don't got to do anything. But man, that first year, just watching the way things went down that year, my name attached to it, it didn't feel right, me not putting anything into it, you know? From then on out, I just made sure I was more involved, heavily involved. And this year, now, dude, I keep telling people this shit, man, like, last year's show, I think I was telling you a little while ago, bro, I got a fucking bald spot from the stress, like in the back of my head. Dog, I've never had that. I didn't even know that shit was possible for people to
just
turn
like
around.
One little spot.
Yeah, it's like a fucking little bald spot right here.
It's like there was that convention,
Yeah, man.
That was 2024.
Right. Yeah. Nah, but it's gonna be good this year, man. I'm always looking forward to the ahead. You take whatever didn't go well the year before, and you try to fix it the next year, and then something else catches on fire, and you're just constantly putting out fires everywhere, man. That's all conventions are, I think.
Yeah, and we've had the pleasure of having a number of people on the podcast that, put conventions together. Yeah. And, I don't think anyone who attends them in any way has any clue how hard they are, how complicated they are, how many moving parts.
Man, like I tell you, I had no idea. And it'd be cool if it was like a team of us, but Juan ended up passing away from health problems. And so it's just really Andres and I. And aside from us having to take care of every facet of the show, we still tattoo on a daily basis, man. I still got to design every night. I still got to make sure I perform for my art, for my client the very next day. People don't really see, like you're saying, like how much goes into that shit for them to just turn around and be like, oh man, that show was this, that show was that. And you're just like, bro, I'm trying, bro. I'm fucking trying.
It's 365 days of preparation for a 3-day event.
For a 3-day event, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it was hard, man. But it's always fun, man. It's always a good time. It's always nice having, like, your friends come out and, like, you get to see everybody for that one time a year, every time. And it's like I just saw Jimmy right now. Like, Jimmy got more gray hair than I remember. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, we're all aging, bro. That's nuts,
Maturing.
Man. Mature. I like that. I like that.
Mature.
And the convention is going to make you age that much quicker.
Yeah, you get more gray hair that way.
In 3 days. Yeah, man.
So I know you for over 18 years.
Yeah.
I watched you go from basically apprentice to superstar fucking artist.
I'm not there yet, but thank you.
You're there.
I appreciate it.
I've watched you win awards in places that I used to win all the awards, and then you started, taking them from me and stuff like that. And there's no bitter fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? But why don't you tell me a little bit more about the convention? How many booths are there? What's different, your convention from other conventions? Why should I go to the Orlando Tattoo Convention?
I try to treat the convention in the same way that I treat my shop. Like, I make sure that, so for example, in my shop, I make sure that I am at the same percentage as everybody else. I make sure that, because how else are you going to feel what everybody's going through? Like, that's the only way you're going to be able to do that. So I treat it as if it's for me and for the people that I give a shit about, so that every decision that we make is something that'll benefit the artist. Like, we had like photography booths with the CPL fucking filter, so everybody could take actual good lights, at the shows and all that. Because typically when you take pictures at tattoo shows, they're ass. You do great pieces that are award winning, and you get an ass picture. But little things like that I feel separate us from everybody else. It's just like those little details and shit that we care, man. Like we genuinely care.
I will say that I don't think I've ever heard a shop owner and legacy tattoo artist say that they take the same percentage as the rest of their team.
I came from a shop where the owner of that shop would take 100%. When the owner of that shop passed, his clients expected us to carry on those same prices. We can't. Bro, he used to take 100%. I got to split you 50. So they would never understand that. And I never wanted God forbid something happens to me. I never wanted any of my artists to go through that same feeling of like, that's one. Two is, how do I know how hard the shop is feeling shit if I'm not at their percentage? So
I think it's great. I just
time,
don't think
dude,
I've ever heard anyone say that. As far as
just for everybody in my shop, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And, and it's kind of nobody's business, right? That works
Diego,
for you.
forget about it. It's not gonna happen.
It's nobody's business that works for you.
no.
It's just wow. Okay, so how did you get into tattooing, and who is this mentor that taught you? Because it sounds to me like this is a bit of a unique individual.
Oh, man.
If he instilled somehow in you that is an approach to the shop, because nobody does that.
So-
Legion, nobody does that.
Man, I started apprenticing at Tiger Tattoos, and it was a weird apprenticeship because I wasn't anybody's apprentice. This guy Joey brought me into the shop. I don't know if he cleared it with Rob. Rob was the owner of the shop, and so day one, Rob comes out. They're gonna fight. Rob has his dude boy. I'm assuming I gotta fight this motherfucker now, right? And so that was my first day of the industry.
An actual physical fight.
Right. Second day I go in to try to.
Did you have to fight the first day?
Nah. Everything like de-escalated or whatever. The next day I get there, Joey's beating the shit out of somebody with brass knuckles. There's fucking blood. It was a different time in tattooing. You know what I mean? But it was a different time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it was good
Gabe's
time,
favorite
man.
time.
It was a good time. Financially, it was a better time.
Yeah.
Just the I don't want to call it
was
gatekeeping
more
because that has like a
honorable.
negative connotation. Absolutely, man. There was
The craft was honorable in those times.
There was honor in giving that respect to your
Yeah.
mentor.
Yeah.
Bro, that's all gone, man. The moment people
You
finish,
see?
private studios.
You see,
like, what
we
the
were talking
fuck
about
is
like
this?
just before the
Man,
fuckery
man.
nowadays
Yeah.
in the industry.
The owner of that shop was Rob G. And you learn a lot of things from your mentor, what to do and what not to do. One of the things that I learned was I just didn't want to be at a different percentage than everybody else. That's
Got
what
it.
it was.
So that was actually what I might do differently approach.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
That totally happens.
sure,
we all
man.
have those
Yeah,
those
right.
kinds of people in our life and our mentors, right?
I want to explain who Rob G was if you give me a second.
Go ahead, man.
Rob G was a good friend of mine. Rob G actually didn't mentor me, but he might as well have. Because when I opened my shop, like I was just telling Legion a little while ago, he came, he stood there for 2 weeks. I remember I just opened my shop. My lead artist disappeared on me. It was a shit show. Rob G came by, worked for 2 weeks, and then left his pay. Like my cut and his cut. He left it all. And I was like, you left your money? He goes, no, I left your money there. That doesn't belong to me. Whatever belonged to me, they tipped me. Rob G owned the most ghettoish tattoo shop in Miami called Tattoos in the Hood. He tattooed people like Method Man, Shaquille O'Neal, Ja Rule. Like he had a long celebrity list of people that he tattooed, and then he went to Orlando, still stayed in touch with me, still helped me out, still everything. And sadly enough, one day he took his life in 2009. So, rest in peace, Rob.
Rest in peace, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to take anything away from you.
It's
I
good,
just-
it's good to honor someone, you know? 100%.
Rob G left a big legacy behind in Legion. Legion is
It's so interesting that he was the kind of man who would do that with Chico.
Well, but,
and then
that's where
somehow
you
you
learn
picked
those
up
things.
on something real
Exactly.
deep in that space.
Yeah,
Honor, like Gabe is saying.
Right. So that's kind of like where it's funny that I didn't know that he did things like that, man. But like you did see him. I've watched him do like these like random acts of kindness. Don't get me wrong, Rob was an asshole, but he did random acts of kindness. You know what I mean? You do learn those things from your mentor. You know, even if it's not just in the tattooing side, you learn like how to live in this industry, right? How do you get respect in this industry? Like you learn all that shit from your mentor if it's a good mentor. If not, you learn the opposite. But it's funny that you say that because I've helped people open up shops and like that's crazy, man.
it
Good
trickles
shit.
down. I call it the ripple effect.
Yeah.
You know, you just do one positive thing, one act of kindness,
Mhm.
and it goes if you do it for the right people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And it trickles on.
Yeah.
You know, here we are 18 years later.
Yeah.
You know, and we still look at each other with respect and admire and
Yeah.
whatever. You know, it's just
Hell
like,
yeah, man.
you know,
That's dope, dude.
so,
Oh.
you know, it's just, it trickles down. So tell us what you're doing with yourself now.
It's just a constant busyness, man. It doesn't stop. Like, I'm at a shop now, man, where I have 9 booths, 13 artists. Like, everybody just, like, I don't want to kick anybody out. They're all amazing artists. So we make it work. It's a good family, man. Like, the team that I have now, dude, I fucking love them. Everybody's about, like, trying to grow in the industry, trying to do something for the shop. Like, they're all about the shop. You don't get that a lot. A lot of people are about themselves, you know? So,
Let me know if you don't want any of them.
Nah, I want all of them. I'm keeping all of them.
And where's the shop? Where's the shop?
It's in Kissimmee. Yeah,
Okay.
it's in Kissimmee. We're off of 192, right by 535 if you're from the area.
Mile marker.
I have no idea, dude. I've been there for 15 fucking years. I have no idea what mile 11 maybe. I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Tiger Tattoos was 13.
So then I'm before that. So that it might be 11 then. Yeah.
All right.
Look at you, the knowledge of the area.
I lived in that shop.
Dude, but it was
Shit.
funny because he said, grab my shop, move it down the street. That's exactly what we did, but we just picked it up, moving on the street. It wasn't something that, like, I didn't want to open a shop, but that shit was forced on us, man. That shit was forced on us. It sucked. That was a shitty time, man.
And now you're doing things to help traveling tattoo artists you were talking about?
Yeah, so for hell, man, like 8 years, I've been traveling, obviously, you know, in different shows, and I don't know if you guys seen the way people travel to shows, but it's fucking sickening, man. Like, so our industry is, I think it was like $9 million industry or $1 billion industry right now.
2.2 billion.
Madness, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we, as people in the industry, okay, having these companies give us massage tables and say it's for tattoos. Regular office chairs is for tattoos. Fucking just random things from other industries that are good in their right, but they're not for us, man.
Yeah, almost everything we have is dental or medical in some
Right.
sort of way.
Passed down from some other industry as if we're like second class, whatever the fucks. That's not true, bro. So what I'm putting out is equipment for the traveling tattooer to make it easy for them to travel, to take their beds, their chair, trays, every part of their equipment. Like, no more. You know how unprofessional that shit is for you to open up your case and you're grummaging just threw a whole bunch of bullshit in a case that TSA done thrown the fuck around.
Because you're looking for an end cap.
Bro, meanwhile, you're dealing with people's blood, man. Like, our standards should be higher, bro. But so that's I'm developing something, and it should launch for the next Orlando Tattoo Show, which is this year, September 12th, 13th, and 14th.
What a difference it makes when somebody from the craft organize something for the craft with the idea of, it's just a guy like a resonating, like a just, it has the photo booth with the filters that you need and the lights that you need for, because always taking a picture on the fucking convention is an annoyance.
Right.
The thing is,
And here he is, like a just, you know, from the craft to the craft. He's giving such a great quality of
because
ideas.
when you're in the business, you know what the wants and the needs are.
But you need to really love it. You can
You
be in the
understand what I'm
business
saying?
and don't love it. He's in the business and love it. You
This
can
is my
tell.
life,
you
man.
know,
This is
he love it. He
Like,
has
this is
the
I mean, if not, he would have been selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what else was he going to be doing?
it has
You know what I'm saying? That
the
or stripping, because he has the body of a stripper. You know what I'm saying?
it has the passion, you know, and the knowledge that is coming from somebody that is very honorable, is respectable what he's doing. You
Thank
know,
you,
it's just there's too many people from outside the industry trying to make a coin out of us,
right.
and without all the logistics and the thinking about how he can make things better. He's still gonna make the money if he's gonna make the money in the convention, but he's thinking how you can benefit also too out of it.
Right.
He's not thinking about his pocket.
Right.
Right, and Chico and his pro team, you know, does 20 plus conventions a year.
Yeah,
right?
as long as you make it affordable, give me 12.
right, because you're helping to solve,
Bro,
you know,
let's
his
talk
issues,
after this.
right?
Absolutely, bro. Hell yes.
And it's going to launch in September. So we're talking about light, ergonomics. Like, what's the approach?
It's a case about the size of your regular, like an extra large luggage, and in that fits your client chair, which, I mean, you can raise, you can drop. It's got for feet, it's got the back, it goes down into a table, it comes up into a chair.
Wow.
You can take the fucking back off if you want, in case you're tattooing the lower back.
And this is I apologize for interrupting, but this is regular luggage size?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
standard
Like a
stuff.
size of carry-on, like a carry-on size?
No,
not a carry-on.
You
A little bit bigger.
You got to check it.
But,
You
but you're going to check it, and they're not going to be like, whoa, this thing's special,
Yeah,
special,
what the fuck are you
special.
carrying
No.
there?
So-
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I
This is
made
a
it to
surf
where
one?
it's the size of the largest allowed bag.
Awesome.
Yeah, that
Right.
way you're not paying
Right.
anything
That's
extra.
kind of
to
what
put
I
it
was
in.
thinking.
Right,
That's
so
what I'm
'cause
envisioning, right?
right
The
now,
largest allowed one, yeah.
So right now, if you wanted to take all of that, you would have to take your chair, which would be weird as fuck to put on an airplane.
Yeah.
Your bed, that's something you got to pay for, because that's a check-in. Your clothes, that's a check-in. All of your equipment, that's a check-in. So that's 3 check-ins off top, right? That you don't have a stand, you don't have armrest in there. I mean, I guess unless you put it in that big bag, you don't have your chair, you don't have a tray to kind of like wheel around. So all of this is this bag, like including your chair. You know, like, bro, like you've tattooed at a convention, you're tattooing on metal chairs, man. For 8 fucking hours sitting on a chair. Bro, I've gone to conventions where I had to lay my client down on the table that they give you because there was no more beds. Like I'm charging.
So they're on a table.
I'm charging
yeah.
$16 for somebody to sit on lay down on a hard ass table. I had to bring down my comforter from the hotel room, wrap that motherfucker in saran wrap just so they could be comfortable.
Right, that's thoughtful of you.
That's
to take that
crazy,
extra
though.
step, you know.
Dog,
So what do you
you
call
gotta
it?
lay on that
What are you
shit.
calling this?
It's called Yakana. Yakana is so I'm Ecuadorian. You know, we have Inca bloodline, and the Incas had this llama in the Milky Way galaxy that would help travelers through. And so the llama is something that you kind of like load all your shit onto, and the llama takes it up wherever the hell you got to go. So it just made sense for the llama to be the representation of what we needed in the industry, and so it's called Yakana. And
That's awesome.
yeah, dude, I'm excited.
We are
as
getting some
fuck,
crazy,
man.
awesome innovators in our extended crew.
I'm telling you.
Huh? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting very.
I told you I
very
knew
lucky.
cool people.
Yeah. We're getting very fortunate, you know.
Yeah.
And then so you're still tattooing full time as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
So-
tattoo every single day, man.
Yeah. What kind of space are you enjoying with design styles? What's kind of calling to you? What's your forte?
I don't know where this puts me in y'all's minds, but so when I was like 7 years old, man, I had watched Bambi for the first time. And before that shit, like all you really saw was like Bugs Bunny getting fucked up, fucking up Daffy Duck. And it was like cartoons were just like a comedy, right? And then I saw Bambi, and then you had all these fucking range of emotions that this cartoon made you feel. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to create for that company. So I went through college. I did all that shit. 2 months before I graduated, they closed down the program, right?
Oh.
So there go all my childhood wishes, right?
So you became Bambi.
So I
at that point.
started. So I started tattooing. So when I started tattooing, I just wanted to create like the same way that I wanted to make stories and have people like feel shit. I just want to do that through tattoos. Like I create. So if you tell me a story of something that you want represented, I will create an entire fucking sleeve for you based on that story. And like you can read the motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's what I enjoy.
And that's your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
And are you taking any style approach, or it's just whatever
Black
is in
and
the
gray.
story? Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
black
doing a
and gray.
black and
Yeah,
gray
yeah,
piece,
black and
and you're putting the narrative together,
Right.
And so you do larger pieces, sleeves, and things like that, because your whole thing is I want to take the story and turn it into something.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
so was it animation that you were studying, and then it
Yeah.
got shut down?
Yeah.
Where were you going to school that got
Full
shut
Sail.
down? Oh snap!
Yeah. I was going
Yeah.
to Full Sail, so that cost was fucking
Yeah,
crazy for them to just be
yeah.
like, it's
And then
shut
they shut
down.
down, right?
They shut it down.
Yeah, that's a trip, you know. But we got you in the tattoo industry, so we got
man.
lucky.
Yeah, I found a home
You
here,
know?
man. I found a home here, and dude, I just kind of fell into this. It was weird because I used to draw them for people, and I used to send them over to Rob G's, and that's where I got my first tattoo. It just only made sense. It was like, yo, you're giving away some money. You should learn how to tattoo. And that's the way that played out. Like it kind of like just fell into my lap after college. It was nice the way that happened, man.
Yeah, that's great. So like a consultation for you is like, tell me your story.
For example, we all get I want the lion with the clock, right?
Yeah, we were talking
All right.
about that.
Dope.
The lion blue eyes.
The lion with the blue eyes with the fucking clock.
The
right?
lion needs to have
So-
the fucking blue eyes.
Damn.
So I'll take that moment, right? And I'll say, okay, well, why the lion? And they might be like, okay, well, my mom's a Leo, so I want to get something that represents her, and so I figured the lion, right? And everybody gets the same fucking lying, right? And why the clock? Oh, you know, my child was born at whatever the fuck. And so it's because I don't want to do the goddamn line and you know what I mean? We can switch that to where we can do maybe a lioness with a cub, and you can see that, like, that relationship of that nurturing mother to the child, and then maybe the flowers that they're laying in, you know, it's not necessarily like a superimposed, like kind of like a totem pole where it's like lion flower. It's more like the flowers are throughout, where it's like the birth flower of whatever kid you wanted. So you still get your idea, but it's just told in a way where you're not going to get tired of it. You're not going to see some other motherfucker with it down the road.
You get a Legion instead of just whatever you saw on Instagram. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. I'll sit there and I'll take measurements of the area, because, like, I figure, say you go, anybody here went to prom and shit, like you went to a wedding, you know what I mean? Like you get tailor fitted.
Yeah.
That's a suit that you can take off. I can't take this shit off. I got to make sure it fits. So now you got all these artists that are designing on 2D spaces, and when they put the fucking tattoo on them, right? The shit fits like, it fits them young as fuck. It don't even wrap, dude. It's just on the front right here. And you see this fucking hard ass line, bro. There's no design flow anymore, bro. That shit's crazy, man. What they're doing to people is fucking nuts, dude. And they're winning competitions off of this. This fucking hard line on this fucking like plastic toys.
It's funny because when I used to judge back in the day, at this point I refuse to judge now, but I used to judge a lot. You remember? Composition and application were two things you looked at besides design, flow, saturation, will it last the test of time, originality. Now it's just like, yeah, that looks cool.
Brother, those days are gone, man.
You understand?
Composition days are gone, dude.
Composition and application were two things you looked at. You understand? You're not gonna put a horizontal design on a vertical plane. You understand? And now they do. So it throws me off.
But that's a lack of that teaching during their apprenticeship.
The mentorship. You see how it's being passed. Not only the knowledge, but the common sense also too. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's just what it's saying. It's just common sense. If you're going to just have to design something, you're going to measure the arm. You're going to see the way the arm flow. The muscles. Even how the motherfuckers is going to be standing up.
Yeah.
If you stand up like a fucking with the shape of a frozen shrimp or straight, all that's going to influence the flow, the design of the arm.
Yeah.
It's a plain common sense. But right mentorship. Yeah. At the end of the day, right mentorship. And his talent. Because he has a talent.
And him caring enough about his clientele to want to go that extra.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you read Huck Spalding's A to Z, and in the beginning chapters, it tells you flow of the motherfucker draws arrows, bro, to show you the shit.
He says in the book.
And nobody's reading that shit no more, man. They pick up a machine. Next week, they're fucking in a tattoo school. And then the week after that, they're tattooing.
If they even bother to go to school, some of them just go straight to a private studio.
Great tattoo artist. Great human being.
Thanks, man.
Very humble. Smart motherfucker. Important convention. Did you hear what he just named? Agency. Huck Spalding.
Yeah.
How many people know about that shit?
Not many.
Jesus.
No shit.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a must
That's
read.
That's lost knowledge.
That's from our time.
That's
That was one of the only books available to us.
Yeah.
That was our Bible.
Right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? That was our Bible.
Man.
So
lost knowledge.
Yeah.
And I still might have a copy of it.
I have it.
I have mine. I have mine from my apprenticeship, man.
I used to have one catalog that we used to blow out back in the day, you know, just to try to get the designs from the catalog.
Yeah, at 400%.
And it used to come out. It used to come out with a lot of pixels.
It was a sheet around this big. It was a regular sheet.
Yeah,
we would rip it out and then cut each square. But you make sure you cut the front, but didn't fuck up the back. And then you would put that on your printer times 400%, and it was an 8x10 sheet. If you have this at home, you can try it, like, boys and girls. Oh, shit.
And we used to retouch it on top because it used to come out pixelated, you know.
You would grab your Sharpie markers.
But
or your, what were
so
the
I
other
have the
markers
one
called?
the fucked up
prison
catalog.
Markers.
Yeah.
And go into
and
it
one
again.
brand new on touch. I'm collecting all that shit.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I used to laminate mine and put it inside sheet protectors and hang them on the wall.
So you could just grab
That's
them.
flash, and then pull them out, and
Hell yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I even had the diploma that they would give you.
I still have it.
You see,
It's hanging
they
on my
used to give you a
station.
fake diploma.
In metal, with wood.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They used to.
Oh, Huck
Huck
Spalding.
Spalding's, yeah, used to give you
No
Yeah.
shit.
a diploma,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
said
yeah,
something
yeah.
about tattoo artists. I don't
I
remember
have
what
it
it
there
said.
hanging on my station.
And
Oh, that's dope.
if you ordered A to Z, the catalog, or something else, you got a free diploma.
I have a 1988.
That's dope. I don't have that.
But tattoo artist like him, naming that, it's just to me, it's like a whole different level of respect.
Thanks,
Not
man.
only Rob G, that I know him, know as well as you, but Jesus, who didn't know Rob G in Miami?
And Legion, your career has all been South Florida. That's where you spent most of your time.
I spent my entire time on that 2 mile marker strip, man. Yeah. I
he's
started
Kissimmee.
there. Right.
Mm.
I
Born and
started
raised
there,
there.
man.
Oh, okay.
And the dude said what he said about moving the shop, and
And that was
I
it.
did just that, man. And so the name of the shop, Fallen Sparrow. So
just gonna say that.
Rob used to tattoo sparrows on people that he considered family, right? And so when he passed, the whole Fallen Sparrow thing was kind of like a.
Tell them why he would tattoo sparrows.
You tell him why.
Supposedly, sparrows take away all the evil that we do. So when a family member have it, he would like almost like saying, "I'm relieving you of all your sins."
Yeah. Bro,
you
when
have,
when
you have
I
a
got-
free start. You
I
can
got
begin
mine,
again.
dog. I got mine. I remember we started on one, and then he got some bullshit news, and then he got up. He says, "I'll be right back." And I don't know if he went to go beef with somebody or what the fuck. He came back like 2 hours later. Man, I was still sitting in that goddamn chair. Fuck do I know? Like, I'm brand new to the industry. And I'm thinking he's gonna be back in 30 minutes.
Probably never came back.
7-Eleven. Motherfucker came back 2 hours later. He
Oh,
was-
you lucky he came
he
back.
said, you ready? I was like, I guess. I fucking guess so, bro. Let's go. You ready?
There was a tattoo artist named Boog. And I remember I gave Boog a picture of 2 of my pit bulls. And he drew it, and we were at Bloodapalooza in Dallas, Texas. And Boog drew it, and then it came out on his flash. And Rob G says, "Oh, did you get that new Boog flash? Did you get that new Boog flash?" And I was like, "Yeah, not only did I get it, but it's my dog's." He goes, "What do you mean?" And I showed him the original picture. He goes, "I got to tattoo it." And I got it on my leg. Yeah, Rob G did
Nice.
that. Yeah, so it was just like, so I have original flash from Boog done by Rob G, which means it came out better.
And it was
As long as he was on
originally
that
your
gin and
photo.
juice.
Yeah, and it's my 2 dogs. Yeah.
As long as he was on that gin and juice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you've been in the same town, right, and for the last like 18 years, right, how have you seen things change from when you had the shop, when you were coming up, and now that you have your own place? What's
Man,
changed?
the crazy shit is that right now I have the oldest shop in Kissimmee, which is crazy because it was a shop down the street called Armadillo Reds. Dude, when I opened up my shop, that's the only tattoo shop that I called up and I said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to be doing this. Like, out of respect, I need you guys to know you're more than welcome to come." You know, and like, had Red told me, "Hey, I'm going to need a percentage for however the fuck long," bro, I'm 2 years in. You could have a fucking percentage out of respect. I'm in your fucking territory. I understand, you know? But now they closed down, and so I'm the longest lasting there, man. But you look around, dude. I could spit at like 4 different shops now. They're everywhere, dog.
But not only that, he just said he got permission from Armadillo Red. Red was one of the biggest assholes
Yeah. Mhm.
in the tattoo industry.
Yeah.
Not only in the tattoo industry, but he was on the tattoo guild.
Mhm.
And he pretty much the rules and regulations we have today,
I was gonna say the statues of Florida.
he was one of the
part
guys.
of it.
Yes.
Correct, right?
But he
He
was
was-
always the nicest guy with me. But the fact that he gave you his blessings,
Yeah,
awesome. That's even longer history than Rob G.
yeah. He was there before Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Paul-Anthony. Quick interruption on the podcast here. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. It makes a big, big difference. Back to the podcast.
When you are bringing on new people, right? So what are you looking for? You obviously can't go, "Oh, you have a license," because a lot of places it doesn't mean shit, right?
Exactly.
But so what are you looking for when somebody's coming on to team, when you're doing interviewing a new artist? What kind of characteristics?
He's not
are you
looking for shit. He's got 13
I got
fucking guys
13
and 9 booths.
motherfuckers.
Okay. Well, as you
Clearly,
built that,
I'm
as
looking,
you,
bro.
As you built that team, what were you looking for? Like,
dude, like
sounds like you got a great vibe. So
number
what have you
one,
been doing?
Number
Huh?
one thing, man, is cleanliness. Like, I can't. That's one fucking thing that like drives me mad is a dirty artist, because that shit it doesn't just put that person at risk or the person they're tattooing at risk, bro. The entire shop could be. I go home to my kids. You know, back then I had little kids or whatever that were happy as shit to see me when I got home and fucking daddy, you know, and like jump up. I haven't even taken my clothes off, all this fucking tattoo gear yet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hug my kids though. Now imagine if because of your fuck ass, I got some cross contamination. Now I'm taking that shit to my kids.
Right. Hepatitis for the whole family.
We have a whole episode, a podcast talking about that. It's just
About being a father, and he used to burn his clothes after every day.
It changed completely the approach that you have being a father when going to the shop and going back home. I used to do the same. I used to just go through the backyard, enter through the pool. I just go to the bathroom from the pool, change, shower, have a set, put my clothes on a bag, and then get into the house because it's like you don't know, you can control what you're doing, but not like 13 people around you. You know, it's just you don't know. So that is key.
Well, Gabe knows how much PPP I
Bro,
used to
I
buy.
worked. Your tattoo artists used to hate the shit out of me because
They would look like surgeons going into
they were like a sleeves, aprons.
plastic
face
aprons,
mask.
sleeves, face masks.
I was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Hey, bro.
Bro, like,
clean.
listen, and that's not even, I don't even need all that, bro. But if you're slinging shit everywhere and you're fucking touching this and touching that, and I don't know who taught you. I don't know if you watched the BBP. I don't know if, I don't know
Even the BBP
who
doesn't
gave
really
you a
give
fucking
lot of
license,
information.
dude, but you don't deserve one.
Right, so
man.
cleanliness definitely well, yeah, there's so many places you can just take a multiple choice test. It's like a hot dog vendor's test,
Yo,
It's ridiculous.
Did you ever see the black light video?
I still have the cream, the lotion, UV reactive that I used to put it on the motherfuckers, send it to wash the hands, come back, turn off the light, and illuminate it with a UV light. And I said, look, you can see all the places that you didn't wash your hands.
Oh shit!
It was.
I'm telling you.
It was a video.
I'm
Oh
a bitch.
dude, I'll freak
I'm
the
a
fuck out if I
bitch.
see
Well,
that.
Thinking
Yeah.
about using that.
Yo,
telling you.
Doing that
I'll lose
next.
my shit. I'll close down
Oh,
tomorrow.
no, you don't tattoo anymore. If you see the way that they wash their hands.
Yeah.
What freaked me out was this video where the guy is tattooing with that glow in the dark ink that all of us used and none of us knew if it gave cancer or not.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna find out.
Well, I think it's safe because they'd be dead by now. It was 20 years ago. You understand? So he's tattooing, but as he's tattooing, he's filling it in. But you really can't see what he filled in because it's UV light. So he turned it off. He turned off the light, turned on the black light, and he could see where he missed. So now he's tattooing in the dark, but he can see because the light's on. And you see the UV splashes going everywhere in his mouth.
There is
everywhere.
There is like a mist.
Yeah. It's like an orange peel.
up to
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
up to 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm tattooing here, all you guys, maybe you be safe. You look like you're 4 feet. But these guys,
Yo.
like he's tattooing and talking, and it's
You're
going
gonna
in
take
his
this.
mouth as he's tattooing because he's so close.
And remember the times of
what's
the
the iron?
ultrasonic.
You know?
The ultrasonic, it was even worse. When
Yeah.
we used to just wash the fucking metal
And it
tubes over there. Wing, 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 even with the lid.
Yeah, that
If you
splashes everywhere.
look at that with the contamination glasses,
Yeah.
it was filling the whole room.
Yeah.
And you know they still want you to use an ultrasonic.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
fuck
I
no.
don't
No.
because of that reason.
I don't do piercings in my shop,
In Georgia,
and I
have
don't
to
need not even
have
an autoclave.
an autoclave, and I tell them I don't autoclave
Hell
anything.
no.
They say we don't care. You have to have an autoclave and the ultrasonic
For
3
what?
feet away
For what?
because the rules say so.
To burn the
So I
cartridges so
have
the
an
pen inside.
ultrasonic that's never been used,
Yeah. And a
the-
Pelton in K that is doing like this.
and I
I'm not being
autoclave, which
used.
I only use to pass the sport test. To show them,
Which it costs you money for nothing to
Yeah,
send
it's
it to the
$100 and
lab.
something dollars a year.
Yeah.
Right.
But how things change when the shop is yours? No? It's a whole different game.
Well, yeah, I mean, hell, before that, man, you know, like I wouldn't understand why Rob would get mad at certain things.
Exactly.
You know, and now going in, like I find myself ripping my own fucking hairs out, man. I'm just like, yo, I wish these motherfuckers would care a little more. You
See,
know?
but remember when before you used to go, make the money, 6 in the afternoon,
I'm
you
out.
say, I'm out.
I'm out, right.
Bye, guys. See you
Yo.
tomorrow. If I'm coming tomorrow, I don't have any appointments, so fuck you. I'm not coming tomorrow. Now you see how it is. It's a whole different game.
No, I'll tell you this. People ask me all the time, like, oh, man, like, if you could go back, like, would you open a shop? Absolutely
Oh,
not.
fuck no.
Fuck no. Fuck no. I would stay working for somebody else,
You would
make
stay
my
working
money,
for Chico, you
go
said,
home.
Bud? I didn't hear you.
Bro, wherever, dude, if you had me, I would go, bro. I would just stay working for somebody else, make my money, go home, not worry about anybody, just
That's
take my
it.
own problems home and nobody else's. Dog, right now, if you think about it, right? I'm responsible for not only for myself, right, and my kids. I'm responsible for every single person
13 other
right,
kids.
Right.
with their kids and
Right.
their family
And
I
the
hear
work
you.
they put out.
and the work they put out, bro.
And the Google reviews. And the rents.
Everything.
That's another
Everything.
one, man.
People have no idea.
And the utilities.
You know?
And
Yeah.
the changing rules.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the bright idea to do a convention.
and then
Right.
and then shit's
On
falling
top of
apart.
everything.
Shit's falling
I think
apart
I'll
in
do
the
a
shop, bro.
convention, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
On
I don't
top
have
of
enough shit on my
everything.
plate. I'm going to do a convention.
I got a day where 300 artists are going to tell me to go
Wow.
jump off a bridge. You know? Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And I did it to help them, and they told me to go fuck myself. What an
Yeah.
amazing idea.
Yep, that's exactly how that went down. man.
Yeah, it's crazy,
You
right?
need to love the craft very much to do
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah. This is, I mean, what I don't see myself doing. So my neighbor the other day, she asked me. She said, she was like, "Oh, we didn't win the lotto today again, right?" And then I said, we both laughed it off or whatever. She goes, "If I would have won, would you be going to work right now?" I said, "Yo," without hesitation. I said, "Yeah, absolutely."
Because you love what you do.
I
Look,
fucking
there
love
is
what
no
I
other.
do, man.
There is no other explanation. Look, you the shop, the convention, your own family, your own life, a hot neighbor living in the same property. You have to love what you do. If it wasn't for that,
shit.
you wouldn't do it. In the convention, I'm telling you, convention, the last one that I decided to, I say never again, it was Tatulapalooza 2012, Miami. I say that one, I say like, fuck this shit. Never again. It's not anymore for me working on the, I know it was all the times, but working on these conditions with these people coming and going, working like just feeling like I'm working in a bathroom. I say never again. So conventions is not the great place to work comfortable.
No, not at all.
When you need to be wrapping fucking blankets on plastic to have a customer comfortable. So on top of everything you're doing that, you're making it the right way because you're thinking outside the box on benefit of the tattoo artist. You love this shit. There is no other explanation. You have the passion. You have the passion to keep tattooing, being good at what you do, dealing with 13 kids that those are the tattoo artists because it's like a 13 child.
Right.
And on top of everything, the fucking convention. You need a plague on the wall. This
No,
guy.
well, I mean, no, he's got too much time on his hands. Now he has to
I
build
fucking
build
wish,
machines,
I'm
right?
telling
you
you.
know, and do a whole bunch of other stuff.
I mean, we even did. I wanted the trophies to be like not the little league trophies that people other shows give out. I wanted it to have something like handmade,
Nice.
And so the night before, I'm sitting there fucking gluing the first place, second place, third place, and shit. And sometimes glue fails. And so motherfuckers, cheap fucking
So wait,
trophies.
wait,
Like,
you
bro, I
made 'em by
these
hand?
shit. Yeah,
You
bro.
made 'em by hand?
So the
That's why you got to buy E6000.
2 years ago,
Wow.
what is it?
E6000.
East 6000.
E, the letter
E.
E6000.
What's that?
Trust me, go to Hobby
Okay.
Lobby, go to
That's
Mike's.
glue?
Yeah.
You can hang yourself from a building
No
with one.
shit.
Right?
Okay, bet.
It's
Thank
crazy.
you. So the 2 years ago, I made those. Last year, Andres, my partner in the show, he sat there and bro, he casted
Wow.
every single one of those fucking. He made the mold,
That's Andres
casted the
Jaramillo, amazing
motherfucker,
artist.
That's a lot of TLC.
put it
man.
out.
That's a lot of love.
and people were like, "All these fucking trophies." You're like, "Motherfucker, they were handmade."
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't send them
Bro.
out to China to fucking get mass produced. This motherfucker had them in his garage, like painting the shit. You understand? Like, bro.
That's the whole 4 artist by artist.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's the thought we were going with. But people
People talking
people don't
shit.
appreciate shit.
It's
People
crazy.
are like, yo, it's cheap. No, it's handmade. Yeah, whatever.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because this is nationwide and worldwide. Like he met Andres, and Andres has a shop in Cali, Colombia.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you knew, Andres's first guest spot convention was with me,
Oh shit.
and then from there he went to World Famous.
That's how he got world famous.
Yes.
Oh shit.
You
No, I didn't
understand
know
what I'm
that.
saying?
That's
So
crazy.
it's such a small world. Like
Literally.
there's a million tattoo artists.
Yeah.
But somehow, if you've been in the industry long enough, you know somebody that knows somebody that knows
Right.
somebody. So it's
The connections.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Legion, who are some of the people you looked up to when you were coming up?
Thank you.
Tom Renshaw. Tom Renshaw and Bob Tyrell. The shit those dudes were doing. And it's crazy, man. I at last year, Empire State, I got to shake Bob's hand for the first fucking time, man. Like I'm not the type like, oh my God, but like just to say, hey, listen, like you inspired me in my entire fucking career, like just to shake that man's hand was fucking huge to me, man. And the fact that he started like later on in life, like he didn't even start young, like he started
30s.
later on, right? Like, bro, I
It's
got
crazy.
into the portraits because of Bob Tyrell, and I did I do wildlife because of Renshaw, and bro, I love that shit, man.
Tom Renshaw was my idol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good shit.
Tom
Good
Renshaw.
shit.
Never got to meet him though.
Nah. Same.
Still on my bucket list.
We're putting the call out there.
I know,
Tom,
right?
just
Hell
come.
yeah.
Tom, if you're
Shady,
watching,
yeah.
me and Legion would love to meet you.
Shake these two
man.
hands.
Just shake a hand.
We'll have an
bro.
episode just for you. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
We'll look to see if we can get Bob to come down too.
That'd be dope, bro.
I've met Bob. Bob is what
Rockstar, right?
that's what humbled me.
Mm.
Because I met other ones that I'm not gonna say their names, and it was a letdown.
Yeah.
Because you meet them and you're like, what a douche.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Please don't ever let me get to that fucking
Yeah, dude, he
point.
was so nice, man.
And then you meet Bob Tyrell, and I met Bob under bad circumstances.
Oh.
I met him with two rowdy ass other tattoo artists that kind of interrupted his seminar.
Oh,
and I was
shit.
like, great. He's gonna remember me as the asshole who came in with the other two assholes. And I got a free seminar.
Mm.
Because he was like, well, you want to stay? I was like, fuck yeah. And I stayed for his seminar.
Mm.
So
Shit.
Bob was amazing.
Yeah.
He's a super fucking great human.
They're out there. They're definitely out there, you know? So you got this convention in September. You have this product that you're rolling out, which is the Hell Traveling Tattoo Artist, right? You got the shops. You got the 13 kids. You got the one kid at home, and you got 2 kids at home. So you got 15 children. 2 of them are underage. 13 can drink legally, right? You got a lot of stuff going on, right? Your consultations are all big pieces, you know? So what are you doing? 1 a day? Right,
Yeah, I
one tattoo
do
a day.
one a day, and people are like, "Oh man,
You
you got
tattooing
into
5-6
like
days a week.
yeah, 5 days a week.
5 days a week. Okay, so you give yourself at least a half a day off on the weekend.
if you want to call it that, because like you're still taking care of, as a business owner, you're taking care of the back office
Yeah.
shit.
Buying toilet paper.
You get a half a day. You get Sunday morning.
So interestingly enough, man,
he's got
and
another
people make fun
project.
of me for this shit, but
Uh-huh.
like I decided to hire a day off assistant. She's
Nobody's making fun of you
She's not
here.
like a day on assistant.
Mhm.
Like so she helps on my day off. She'll come in. She makes breakfast. She rolls a J, makes some coffee, then makes lunch, and then she goes. But
So your house?
yeah. But
Sounds more like a girlfriend.
that's what everybody says. But I don't have.
No, it's a day off assistant.
It's a day off assistant.
Uh-huh.
Because
So
if you're
that is
paying-
Sunday morning.
If you're paying for that, I'm available. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, if you
He
can
needs
cook,
some- he needs
if
something to do
you
on Sunday
cook
morning
like
anyway.
she cooks, bro, you're hired.
That may be possible
That's
because you
dope.
roll a J
That's
the way
awesome,
I roll a
man.
J.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so on
that's
those
Sunday morning, right?
Yeah. So
See,
Sunday morning,
told
I
you.
wake up, I
Uh-huh.
handle all of my like, I finish up any designs that I gotta do for the shop, not for Legion, for Fallen Sparrow. And any like back office things, I'm able to do that because I don't gotta worry about what I'm gonna cut on my fucking day off.
Right,
dude.
right,
You know,
right.
so it's
Right.
great to have her there, but. It's all fucking back to back. People are like, "Oh, you got into like, you own a business and you must have so much time off." And it's like, "Fuck,
No,
no,
it's exactly
dude.
the
Like,
opposite.
I'm a slave to this shit. Like, bro, my work day starts Wednesday and it ends Saturday night. Cause as soon as I finish tattooing, I gotta go home and design. I don't go to sleep till fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. Wake up, do it again. Go to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning, designing again. Same shit. I designed the night before. Cause where the fuck else am I gonna?
So what happened on
design?
Monday and Tuesday?
Monday, okay,
Monday
I do the
that's
dad
family
thing. Well,
days.
Sunday I
Gotcha.
do the
That's
dad
great.
thing.
That's
Monday I
great.
do the dad thing.
Great.
Tuesday after I gotta work, do the dad thing. And
It's dope.
and that's
Okay.
it, yeah.
So you're keeping somewhat of a balance.
Yeah,
This is great. I
yeah,
think people could learn a lot from
least
you,
my
right?
kids
'Cause
like me
you're doing,
still, so that's
you're
cool.
doing a lot, right? But you still got a lot of like wholesomeness like that's happening around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got 3-5 businesses, whatever, but you're still doing the dad, life, and you're still creating that time, and you're still being creative, and you're still pushing and driving yourself to do new things.
Right.
And it's awesome. You can have all the day off assistance you want, man. You know what I
Thanks,
mean? It's
man.
a great idea. So Legion, if people want to get tattooed by you, if they want to come by the shop, if they want to learn about the this product that's rolling out in September, how do they connect with you?
Honestly, I'm really good at responding to my DMs. Emails, I'm fucking terrible at. But
Sure.
DMs, I will respond every single time. Legion _Avegno on Instagram. If you guys want to hit me up, it's AVEGNO, spells like lasagna.
And the tattoo convention, what are the dates?
September 12, 13, and 14.
And where's it taking place?
It's in Osceola Heritage Park. So again, we say Orlando Tattoo because it's easier to brand Orlando. But much like Disney's in Kissimmee. People don't know that, but they say Orlando.
On Vine Street.
We're on Vine Street, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on Vine Street. Yeah.
What are the dates again? September?
12, 13, 14.
Amazing. And then this product, what's it called again?
Yakana.
Man.
Yakana luggage.
I can't wait to see this.
It says anal in the middle. That's why I chose it. It says Yakana luggage. It says anal. So when you type it out, it says anal.
Podcast crew in the background.
Yeah.
Really funny.
I just might double my order now.
Yeah, you just might get 24, instead of 12. Well, thank you, brother. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much.
Absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you
have
for
you, man.
fucking inviting me. Thank you guys, man. Great conversation, man. I appreciate the hell out of all you, man.
I thought you were trying to get me in. I was like,
No. Yeah. It's just 2-1 for me. I'll just say it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stand up out of respect, man. Thank you, best friend.
Remember, if you like what we're doing, follow, share, and subscribe.
And if you really like what we're doing, please give us a 5-star review. It really helps.